Here's a good example of where there are differences in coverages between business insurance, liability insurance, crime insurance, and cyber liability insurance. There's an article from Business Insurance Magazine where Travelers Insurance paid a claim of phishing, which is kind of a misrepresentation of a fraudster trying to get access to a computer. And the company lost, here, $600,000. You see at the bottom of the article. And that Travelers Insurance paid the claim under its crime policy. Right? The company had a crime policy. That's not a cyber insurance policy. It's a crime policy. And they paid it under that policy and refused to pay it under the computer fraud coverage. That's also not cyber liability insurance. That's another type of fraud coverage. The problem is that other one that they refused had much higher limits, so they would have received more money. In March, a still undefined bad actor emailed fraudulent invoices said to be from a vendor to the purchasing manager for $600,000. They paid it and they lost the money. So this may have been a coverage that would have been afforded under cyber liability insurance or other types of coverages. So it's a good example of where, as you're putting together coverages for your company, make sure that you have no gaps, right? No loose ends. Or at least if you do, you know where they are, right? If you want to not have every last insurance policy in the world, that's okay, as long as you know where your risk still exists and if you're willing to accept that risk. Sometimes a cyber liability insurance policy is a standalone policy separate from your other business insurance, and it may fill in some of the gaps, it may overlap some insurance, or it may add additional coverages. But just make sure as you are putting together the different policies for your enterprise that you understand what's in them and how they cover different types of risk and don't cover other types of risk. What are the exclusions from coverages? And if you have exclusions you're not willing to live with, that you get endorsements or additional policies that fill in those gaps and those blanks.